up right now. She's still getting used to my routine. They'll be here soon, though. Next Sunday, I'll be like, you gotta come. Everybody's waiting. You guys. Say y'all. That's me. I did the same thing. Get mine now.
How you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Yesterday was fun.
It was.
Good morning and welcome. May I invite everyone to relax and as we prepare for our centering meditation, please allow your minds to let go and surrender everything that's no longer serving you in this present moment. Let's all take a deep breath in through the nose and breathing out through the mouth. And as you breathe out, you may gently close or lower your eyes, allowing the breath to return to its natural rhythm. There is great value in stilling the body, emotions, and mind. It quiets the internal energies to access the wisdom at the root of your own nature. When you remove the clouds that blind your sight, you feel you are learning something new. But this awareness that dawns on you is not, in fact, new. It's simply accessed through awakening your own deep remembering. Your thoughts are like panes of glass, lenses through which you view reality. The glass keeps you from experiencing life as it truly is. You look through that window and see the elements moving outside, but you do not feel their touch. You are separated from what is. Limiting thoughts give you a false impression of what is true. Yet when you step outside, allowing your thoughts to still and your mind to open, you transcend the confines of your cage of bones. You are drawn into the vast and glorious silence of your true eternal nature. When you see one thing as more sacred than another, a conflict is created. A stone, a cat, a star, a tree, a sinner, a saint, all carry the same life force, the same energy that is the source of all things. Learn to love and honor all of creation. Only then will your troubled thoughts cease from creating division, disrespect, negative judgment, fanaticism, and war. Your journey asks you to discover the relationship between your heart and path by extracting lessons from what you feel, because feeling is the only way to know you are truly here. You try to make further sense of everything, but turning what you feel into ideas, conversation, and words. Or when confused or lost, you can only be restored by the original experience of your heart and what it says directly to you. Though you may find a common language with others, the goal of uncovering the language of your heart is not to have everyone speak your language, but to help you be you. To be the small sun you are, so you can emanate in all directions. And though you may be heard by others, the purpose of uncovering the language of your heart is not to be heard, but to inhabit life and embody your aliveness. Your challenge is not to get stuck in between, but to make it true, not to dwell on how the world keeps tearing each of us apart, but to endure this holy process deeply enough that you and I are rearranged and imbued by life itself as you and I are put back together. All of which happening right here and now as I reach for you these words. Our inner stability is found not in the future or the past, but in being masters of the present. The step to follow will always appear once we have tended to the step we are in the process of taking right now. I invite everyone to slowly come back into the room. And let's all take another deep breath in. And slowly breathing out. Namaste. Namaste.
That was awesome.
That was awesome, Aldo. Thank you. Good morning, everybody. How are y'all?
Good. Perfection. That's what you are, right? That's right.
We're going to sing about being unbound, not having any chains. We're going to open our mind. Open your mind. Unfold your heart. Relax your senses. Feel every part. Holy ground. We are standing on holy ground. Yes, we are. And I know there are angels all around. So let us praise God now, praise God anyhow. For we are standing in God's presence on holy ground.
Knowing that God's Spirit is everything, an energy so powerful it permeates everything it creates and touches. It wraps itself through like a ribbon and gently soothes everything it touches. I know I am of this energy. I know beyond belief that everything this energy touches is whole, complete, and perfect. Peace permeates everywhere. Where there is despair, there is hope. Where there is hate, there is complete love. And where there is fear, there is trust. And where there is war, there is peace. There can be nothing else but this perfection. Again, whole, complete, and perfect. I give thanks for this knowledge and knowing that long before it was said, it was done. It was done at the moment of creation and continues all through life and beyond. I know that with peaceful heart, peaceful world, and peaceful universe, love is there. And for all of this, I give thanks. Releasing it to the law and knowing that it is done. Amen.
What she said.
Wonder how long it. There was a time in my life I thought I had to do it all by myself. Sing with me. I didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. Didn't know the love of God was at hand. Yes, but now I can see if you are worried, struggling just to make it through another day. Well, you've got to let it go. Just let it all go with me. And this is what you have to say. Come on. I release, yeah, and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. Come on.
you, please say with me, God bless America and the rest of the world. And turn to a neighbor and say good morning and welcome.
Ooh, I love that we have a percussive little center over there. And my heart is open so wide. Yes, I'm only here for you. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I am free in the spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I am free in the spirit. I'm only here for God. Come on. I am free in the spirit. Yes, yes. Good morning, and I love you too. Yes, I'm only here for God.
All right. Hi. Hello. Hi, everybody. Who's here for the first time? I know the baby's here for her first time. What's her name? Rockland. Rockland. Oh, wow, that's unique. Hi. And the lady who just received a gift, how'd you hear about us? Okay. I understand. I get it.
We'll take it.
We'll take
Yeah,
it.
I'll take it.
All right. It was February. We saw him last week. Brittany. Where is she? Oh, hi, Brittany. How'd you hear about us? Oh, I know. I know. That's what I said. I know how. Hi, anyone else here for the first time?
Got online.
How about anybody online here for the first time? Make a little comment and someone might tell me about it. I was hoping to see, we were going to have a first-time visitor named Tostada. I was really looking forward to that.
Toasty. I love that.
Toasty for short. But you'll find out about that sometime later. I'm not going to tell you now. But, this week, the 30th of January, begins our season of nonviolence. And that, if you don't know, the 30th is also the 18th anniversary of the death of Coretta Scott King, Martin Luther King's wife. And I know, but it's also the first day of the season for nonviolence. And the season for nonviolence is 64 days. It's from to the April 4th is the anniversary of the assassination of Dr. Martin Luther King. And so it's between the 30th, which was Mahatma Gandhi's, his birth or death, I can't remember. But it doesn't matter, it's 64 days, right? So I think the first principle is awake. But I'll tell you next week what the next principle is, and the next principle is. But you can look online and you can go through those for the next 64 days. All right. Well, thank you so much for being here. No matter where you are on your spiritual path, you'll always be welcomed, and I'm so glad that you're here. Thank you. And we have a wonderful power talk by our Reverend Sandy. And so it is.
Well, good morning. Good morning. It's so nice to look out and see so many smiling faces out there. Well, this month we've been talking about a grand rising. And that doesn't mean that you just get up in the morning and turn off the alarm clock. No. It's getting up in the morning and thinking about what you're going to do with the day, and maybe even counting all your blessings. And if there's something bothering you, even thinking about something creative that could change it. And when you do that, you're waking up and you're feeling good. So I want to tell you a little story. Okay, there's this cowboy, and he goes into the bar, and he puts his quarter down, and he says, "I would like a beer." So he drinks the beer, sets it down, turns around, and goes out the saloon doors. But on the way, he hears a little bit of chuckling, and he can see why. His horse is gone. Well, he's really mad, and he's sitting there clenching his teeth and his fists. And then all of a sudden he thinks, no, I'm going to go in and I'm going to be calm. So he walks back in the door and he says, all right, which one of you sidewinders stole my horse? And I'm going to do this. I'm going to go over to the bar. I'm going to have another beer. And if I come back and that horse is not there, I'm going to have to do what I did when I was in Texas. So he has his beer, and he walks back out, and to his surprise, his horse is there. And he saddles up his horse, and he's about ready to ride off, and the bartender is running out and rushing after him and saying, I just want to know, what was it you did in Texas? He said, my horse was gone and I walked to the next town. So, this man was being very creative. And he also practiced some nonviolence.
Yes, yes.
And so, you know, this man had a lot of courage to do that. And sometimes it takes a little courage to have that grand rising. You know, if you're anything at all like me, you start out any time of the year, it doesn't matter what time, but you think, I'm going to do things differently. And so you start out for about 2 weeks, doing real good, and then all of a sudden you think, oh my gosh, I could never do that thing or have that thing or be that thing. But really, when you stop and think about it, it really is worth the effort to try and change things around. Makes you want to do something that will make you feel good. And also, if you're anything at all like me, sometimes you have that little chatter in the back of your head at night. And it's telling you things like, oh, that thing that you want couldn't possibly come true. But again, unless you try, you're never going to know. And that little ugly head that raises its head and says you can't do it, you have to say, no, that's not me, I can't do it. And actually, now that I've been in Science of Mind for a really long time, that little voice doesn't come very often. But occasionally it does. And so I like to think about when I'm driving along, sometimes I'll come up to a stoplight and I'll think, what am I thinking right now? Why am I thinking that? And all it takes is looking at the way you're thinking and saying, if I can choose to be positive or I can choose to be negative, why not be positive? Ernest Holmes says in The Science of Mind, when he speaks about the law, in this case the law is cause and effect. What I do in my life, what my actions are, what my words are, create my reality. And he says, what I say and do causes the direction of my life. Each individual maintains his or her identity and law through his or her use of it. So, that's you and me, our use it, how we are doing it. And each is drawing from life what he or she thinks into it. To think is to learn to live. Man, by thinking, can bring into his experience whatsoever he desires if he thinks correctly and becomes a living embodiment of his desires. So, what we think matters. Again, if it matters, and we can choose to think negatively or positively, why not go with the positive? Try this little experiment, and I learned it from Mary Morrissey in her prosperity class, and she's talking about 5 things you can do. And one of the 5 things you can do, especially if you think you're afraid of something, she says to flick it in the face. And so again, when I'm at the stoplight and I'm worried about something and I think about it, I go, I'm flicking it in the face. And just like it says, this month is a grand rising. So each time you get up in the morning, you want to think about what things are going to be happening for the day. And if you can't say no to the negative thoughts, ask a practitioner. How many people in here are practitioners? Look around, see? And if you still didn't really notice, listen at the end of the service when the minister says, will the practitioners surround the room and look at them and eyeball them and say, that's the person I'm going to go talk to. So here's my recipe. I think there are 2 really good things you can do to enhance your life. And one is to do some affirmative prayer. And if you don't know what affirmative prayer is, just do your regular prayer for the time being. But if you want to learn how to do it in Ernst Tone's style of saying an affirmative prayer, then take the class. You know, Reverend Cheryl is going to be teaching a class called The Power of Decision. And if you know me at all, you've heard me say before, oh, that was the very first class that I took. But there's a story behind it, because I was going to the Church of Religious Science, it was called Religious Science, in Bonita, California. And I was sitting there, and it's the first 2 weeks that I've been there, and I hear that a class is being offered. And I think, should I take it or shouldn't I? Should I take it or shouldn't I? And so I let it pass me by. But the next time I heard about a class, it was called, what do you think it was called? The Power of Decision. And I thought, is God speaking to me or what? So my suggestion is ask for affirmative prayer and plan on signing up for a class. It's a new year. It's a new life. Feel good about it. Namaste.
I thought she was going to start singing. I mean, it was that good. I'm not going to break into that song. I should. I did it a few weeks ago, but darn it, that was great. Thank you, Reverend Sandy. Shoot, I was going to say something, but it doesn't matter. When I start to sing this, maybe it's something that you haven't heard yet, or what you will. It's brand new by Jason Mraz. So just, feel it with me. Sing and dance if you want. It's called Feel Good Too. I'll take it a little louder. Feel it? Can't dance too much more. You're a wanderer. When you walk into a room, it's like you've landed on the moon. You're a dreamer. When you walk into a space, you make believers. If it makes you feel good, and you're excited, and you really want it, and you cannot hide it. If it makes you feel good, go on, get it. Just go on, let it. If it makes you feel good, I feel good too. That's all. Sing it with me. I feel good too. That's all. Woo. Hey. Yeah. You're a bit of a mystery, and I'm still buzzing from whatever it was you did to me. And I mean you've got privacy, and I love it when you're dancing right beside me. And if it makes you feel good, if you're excited, and you really want it, and you cannot hide it. If it makes you feel good, go on, let it. Just go on, get it. If it makes you feel good, I feel good too. You can do that with me, come on. so much. Thank you. That's Jason Moran's brother. Thank you so much. Thank you. You're welcome.
That made me feel good. I must be in the right place at the right time. Yeah. I thought she was going to bust that with little James Brown, but I wasn't disappointed. This did not disappoint.
It's not too late. It's not over yet.
It's not over till it's over.
That's
I know.
right.
Oh, Ralph Waldo Emerson said, every revolution was first a thought in one man's mind. And when the same thought occurs to any other man or woman, it is the key to that era. It is the key to that era. So, the thought that we have put into motion this year was happierness. Remember we talked about that? We have a little pledge card. And ask you, what would it take for you to be happier? Now, that seems a little bit, happy is such a cliche kind of word, right? And yet, it also allows for us to expand our circle a little bit. Because we can get a little heady in science of mind, would you agree? Some of the terms and some of the reading, it's like, what? What? You read it 2 or 3 times and you're like, I don't know. And then you come to class and you get a little bit more. But that doesn't help when we're trying to expand our circle, right? We all get it. And then expanding and expressing it to those that aren't amongst us. They're not amongst us yet, but they're on their way. Then it's like, what do you believe? What is she saying? What is subjective mind? What's a mental equivalent? What does that all mean? And so I think we could do a little bit better job of making it a little simpler for folks. We all know we're smart. We're all intellectuals, right? We wouldn't be in this teaching if we weren't to some degree, because there is a lot of reading. For those that take classes, it is a lot. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I want to be balanced with head and heart. Right? And I know that this center is. We do a good job of that. Right? It's as heart-based as it is head-based, if not more so. And so I'm really proud of that. But being happier, what does that look like for you? What does it look like? I had a class December 30-something, December 30th or 31st. I think it was 30th. And then again on January 4th. And it was about conscious creation. Creating your world so that you would be happier. And we decided, or I decided, most people went along with it. They didn't disagree. If they did, I didn't hear about it. That connection and community makes us happier. Now, we've got the community going. And it's getting bigger every day, so thank you all for bringing folks. Yeah, it's getting bigger every day. That group down there, they're bringing all their friends. I love that. And the energy and the feeling that they bring. And the connection. Connection comes in various ways. Connection doesn't just come through, oh, hi, how you doing, right? Because we don't get to know. It's not really a connection. Hi, how are you? Fine. How are you? Fine. That's not a connection. Would you say? It's just something we say to be polite. But connection occurs, like Reverend Sandy said, in classes, right? I'm teaching a class called the Mental Equivalent. We're in our fourth week out of 5 weeks. And it's been such a good experience, as all the classes are, and each one brings something different, and I get to learn something different. So I don't have to take a class. I get to teach a class and facilitate a class, and watch all these wonderful people come together and figure out, I wonder where this is going to head the first week. And then you get to week 4, and you have a class, and it's like, wow, look at them. Look at them go. Because it's not just about the work, the homework. I don't want to do any homework. Right? Okay, don't do any homework. Okay, well, not really. You can come to my class and do that. Don't go to Power of Decision and do that.
Don't scare them off.
No. Reverend Cheryl's a softie. Don't, her bark is worse than her bite. No, she's a softie. But it's about the connection. It's about showing up. Even when I don't feel like getting up on Saturday morning and going to class. I don't want to read these 10 pages. Sometimes I don't want to read these 50 pages. But it's about that idea of connecting and sharing with one another. And looking at everybody individually do their own work. You know, we have one person that they write copious notes, and it's just so fun. It's just like, hey, I'm like, wow. Did you start right when you left on Saturday? And continue writing all 7 days? And pretty much, yeah. And then you have other people that, you know, it's like they just enjoyed their life that week. And that enjoyment of life that week is just as important as the copious notes. Because we're here to be happier. Now, making copious notes sometimes makes me happy, but enjoying my life, just being out with people and friends and hanging out, that always makes me happy, right? So it's about all of that. Building a new mental equivalent, which is a fancy way of saying a new mental picture. If I want better health, what do I need to create in my life to have better health? It's that simple. So I don't know why we don't change that term to some degree, but it's fine. I'm fine with it. Mental picture. What does the mental picture you have in your mind in the area of health say about you? Are you healthy? Is your health where you want to be? What about your wealth? What about your relationships? All of those things are very important to all of us. And yet it's almost the last day of 2024, of January 2024, and some of us might be still acting like it's 2023, and yet we have put in intention, maybe in our head, that we want a new us in some area of life, right? Or maybe you just want it to be like 2023. 2023 was great. I'll take more of that, please. But still, it takes a little bit of work. Whatever you did to get what you got in 2023, you have to maintain, don't you? So you're either creating a new mental equivalent or you're maintaining the mental equivalent that you already have. That's what mental equivalence is all about. And it's such a fun class, and it's such an easy class to facilitate because it's not a lot of reading and writing, and it's just really watching everybody just interact and share their gifts and their stories without getting to where we advise and counsel one another, which sometimes it goes there. I want to see us be happier. I want us to, this thing that we got going on here, it is so good, it feels so good. That love that each of us expresses. When I come in that room, the feeling sits here. It's saturated with the love that each of us is. And so I know we're doing our work. I know we're doing it. But could it be better? Well, sure. You know, ice cream is good. We'll put a little bit of hot fudge on it. Put some bananas on it. Whipped cream and a cherry. Is that better than just the ice cream? Just saying. Yes. So why don't we go for the hot fudge sundae? Or if those of you who are allergic to chocolate, sorry. But whatever kind of sundae you want as opposed to just the ice cream. That's what I'm shooting for. In building community, we've got to reach out to those that don't know that we don't want to be the best kept secret forever. We've been around for a long, long time. Long, long time. And yet still, you do what? You minister where? What is that? Is that like Scientology? Is it a cult? Really? Do I look like I'm the minister of a cult? And how can it be a cult when you guys are the most individualized group of people I have ever met? How could that possibly be? Right? I mean, I just don't even, it just baffles my mind. Isn't it crazy? It's crazy. And yet, whose fault is that? That's our fault, each one of us. We have the opportunity to explain who we are. We know enough without even taking classes to know who we are, what we teach. So we can do a little better, can't we? And so let's do that. You know, our spiritual leader, Reverend Doctor, she just became a doctor, got her honorary doctor. Reverend Dr. Sonny Cantrell Smith says, it's our new little phrase, love more in 2024. Love more in 2024. I know we haven't saying you like it. Yeah, isn't that, it's who we are. Love more in 2024. And so how can we have more connection and build a larger community to be more love so that they can feel what we have, what we're blessed with every single time we walk through this building. That's the task. Who's up for it? Woo! Yeah. Now, this month, Reverend Sandy, thank you for that power talk. Beautiful. I love the cowboy story. I love this story. So, new day, a new dawn, a new life. You see where we're going here? And it feels so good, right? Nina Simone? Nina Simone? Yeah, Nina Simone. And, you know, the person that wrote the outline is Reverend K.C. Frost, and she did such a phenomenal job because she also used the book, The Four Pivots. We didn't really talk about the Four Pivots much this time, but I just taught a class online with CSL, and taught hustle to flow. But I don't know how I got to, Lauren, thank you. I don't know how I would be picked or chosen to teach hustle to flow. For those of you that know my life a little bit, of course I'm joking. That's why Lauren's laughing so loudly over there. Hustle to flow, right? But the thing about hustle to flow is I spoke about this a little bit when I gave the presentation last Tuesday, is I don't mind having my hustle on. It's kind of who I am, right? I'm used to it. It feels good until it doesn't feel good. So when it doesn't feel good, this is not the topic of the talk today. It's called frenzy. So let me talk about what frenzy is, according to Dr. Sean Jen Wright, who wrote The Four Pivots. To some extent, we all live in a constant state of frenzy, doing everything and nothing at the same time. It's like we're desperately trying to go north and south at the same time, wondering why after all this effort and energy, we are still in the same place. Frenzy is the desperate state of constant, unfocused effort and random behavior that consistently fails to produce desired results. Frenzy is not just the dreaded treadmill to nowhere. When work and life feel like a treadmill and we're on autopilot, at least we know it. We can see it for ourselves doing the same old thing day in and day out. But frenzy is entirely different than being on a treadmill, because most of us don't even realize frenzy is in our lives. We feel frenzy, but can't see it, because we all have an addiction to being overwhelmed with things to do. This is what I call an addiction to frenzy. Now, just by a show of hands, does anybody ever feel that? Ever feel frenzy? Yeah, look at that. And half of you, or a lot of you, are retired. So what does that say? You're still in frenzy and you're retired. Wow, I can't wait to retire. What the heck is going on with this frenzy thing? We have this thing like, if we're doing something, then it must be good, must be worthwhile. And that's not the truth. It's just simply not the truth. So let's cut that frenzy so that we can get back to being productive. Being is the key word, right? Happierness. How do I be more happy? Not do more to get happy. How can I be happier? You're cracking me up, sir. Where are you in relationship to getting what you want to be happier? Where are you in relationship to that, right? Because this is, after January, we don't even talk about resolutions anymore. Right? We don't. January 22nd, I think, is the date where everybody gives up their resolutions. And we don't practice resolutions necessarily, but we do practice intentions. And I'm going to stay with this one because I believe it's something that we all could benefit from. We all could benefit from. The book that we're using, The Art and Science of Getting Happier, Build the Life You Want, by Arthur C. Brooks and Oprah Winfrey. And she talks a little bit in the foreword, Oprah, who co-wrote the book. I don't know about co-write, but she wrote a portion of the book. Co-minister, yeah. So she says this in a note from Oprah. I also witnessed abundant happiness. People who had found love and friendship. People using their talents and abilities to do good things. People who reap the rewards of selflessness and giving, including one person who'd even don't, I'm sorry, she's talking about her when she had her show. No. So what she witnessed, she talked about people that were full of regret and guilt, and they were really struggling in their lives. And so let me start over. I also witnessed abundant happiness. People who had found love and friendship. People using their talents and abilities to do good things. People who reaped the rewards of selflessness and giving, including one person who'd even donated a kidney to a stranger he'd recently met. People with a spiritual side that brought richer meaning to their lives. People who'd been given a second chance. Where the audience was concerned, the unhappy guests generally provoked empathy. The happy ones, that's us. And maybe the happy ones, a twinge of wistful envy. And then there was a third category of guests that audiences didn't know what to make of, but were genuinely inspired by. People who had every reason to be unhappy and were not. She goes on, in my 25 years of doing the show, if there was one thing almost everyone in every audience had in common, it was a desire to be happy. As I've said before, after every show, I'd chat with the audience, and I always asked what they most wanted in life. To be happy, they'd say. Just to be happy. Just happiness.
Happy.
Happy.
That's
that's what we all want.
Yeah.
And yet we do so many things that are so not moving us toward happiness. We gotta stop that. Because we're the ones that we know what it feels like. We are the level. We show up in love. And so many that are unhappy that we can just say, we don't have to even say it out loud. Just God bless. It's all good. A kind word, a smile. We know and we sense when people need and what they need and what we can do and what we're willing to do. That's what our work is as Science of Mind folks and Unity folks, right? We know better, so we do better. Because if you don't do better and you know better, then you're the same as everybody else. We know better, so we do better.
That's right.
And our intention here at Las Vegas Center for Spiritual Living and Unity of Las Vegas is to transform lives. And yet we often act like this is a transactional, a transaction, right? Like you go to the store and you buy bacon for $25 or $250, however much it costs these days, right? It's kind of like the class that you paid for. It's like, okay, I give you this and I get this. It's not meant to be transactional. It's meant to be transformative. And I would say it is transformative. And so if something is transformational, how do you contribute to the well-being of that organization? We live in a financial world, so we have to pay. We have to make sure that we're still here. So that when this place is, when people are lined up, that it's still here. And so we're in a place where, again, where it's feeling a little frenzied, where we're still in a place where we're not financially okay or sound, I'll say. We're always okay. But could we be financially more sound? Absolutely. Absolutely. So I think if we remember that this is meant to be, and I believe wholeheartedly that it's a transformative experience, classes, even coming in the building, the love that I feel is transformative. And so if you're with that, that's what that tree is about back there. It's helping us build our way towards being more financially sound.
Right.
That's all it is. You know, I know some people think, well, you know, the minister get all the money. Please. Please. Luckily, I have a lot of clothes. And more shoes. But I will not get coffee with this gig. That's not a gig, by the way. But we also have new ministers coming on board. We want to support them in being financially sound. We want to have more musicians. All of that takes finances in a real world. We don't live in a pretend world. You know, Mr. Rogers, whatever that world was called. We don't live there. And sometimes it may seem that way because some of the airy-fairy things we say. But it takes real money to stay in this space. It takes real money for us to pay the $250 for bacon. It takes real money to do the things that we want to do. It really does. And I'm not shaming anybody. I'm not blaming anybody. Because the shame and the blame starts here, if there is going to be any. And I'm not doing that. We are who we are. This is where we are in our finances. And so let's do better. Just like let's be happier. It's just that simple. And we will have different ways in which we all can contribute this year. So, what else did I want to talk about? Robert Wright said, if you are happy and feeling good, that is all that matters. That's all that matters. Reverend Wanda talked about last week, she talked about keep fresh before me the moments of high resolve by Howard Thurman. You know, that idea, you know, how we feel in the moment when we first got the mental picture of what we wanted for this year to look like, keep that fresh before us. That mental picture, that mental image, and not only that, but the feeling of it. That's what's going to get us across the finish line. Because otherwise it'll just be, okay, well, it's February, I guess I missed my chance. And then Cheryl starts counting down to Christmas, and then it's all over. She's already started with the 64-day thing. It won't be long now after that, right? Won't be long before we're talking about Christmas. And then, you know, I'm gonna look at a new goal. Or is it gonna be the same goal that I haven't done for the last 5 years? It's up to us. We have everything that each of us needs. And not only everything that each of us needs, but the support when you don't feel like you have it. That's what Reverend Sandy said. You've got the support. You can put a prayer in anytime you want to. You know how many prayers I get out of that box every Monday? 1, 2, sometimes 2, 3. And if nobody, and it's not transactional. You don't need a dime. And you don't put a prayer in the box when you're not feeling well? Really? Come on. Come on. We can do better. We can do better. We want to be happier. I'm not happy, so I'm putting a prayer in the box. Woohoo! It's done. Because you writing, I can know that you need prayer, but you writing the prayer is what's going to get you to the place where you need to be, so that you can fulfill that, so you can manifest that what you want. Not me telling you you need a prayer. I'm just saying. It's craziness. The stuff that we do, that we're not thinking about. So we had mental equivalent, which followed up by power of decision. We also had a class this past week called Harnessing Your Happiness Hormones. Fascinating class by a social worker guy that lives in, I don't know, somewhere in the Bay. And did a really good job in expressing to myself and Cheryl about which neurotransmitters are maybe depleted and can use a little bit of work, right? Did I say that kindly enough, Cheryl? Yeah. And then Freddie, who was like, her happiness hormones are just through the roof good. And my explanation for that was, of course, she's not a minister yet, but jokes, just kidding. But I mean, those are the things, because if there are things blocking our way, right? We also had a burning bowl. Besides the conscious creation, we had the burning bowl ceremony. We have to release those things that are blocking our way and be aware of them. I didn't know what was blocking necessarily. Okay, I kind of had that indication. But I wasn't willing to do anything, but the first thing I was willing to do was take the class. Right? Serotonin, it needs a little work. Just saying. The class was $25. It's cheaper than bacon. I'll keep using bacon because, I don't know, I'm just being silly. But you know what I'm saying? It all went to this gentleman, and he's fantastic, and he's going to do it again for us. It's just a series of questions and a quiz. Yeah, Sharon was in the class too. And yeah, it was a great class. Just fun, and it was a quiz, and it was 3 hours, and I really had the intention of staying for an hour. Which, yeah, where's my consciousness? I wouldn't want people to get up out of my class after an hour. It's a 3-hour class. But anyway, I stayed the whole time, and it was a fantastic opportunity to realize, well, first of all, to be a student again is nice, and realize what I didn't know about what I didn't know. Because I can't change it if I don't know it. Now I know what to pray for, and I know in the direction that I want to move. Yes? So when it comes up again, we will let you know. I mentioned the CSO had the 4 pivots, and it's finishing up this week. It was a free class. How many people signed up for that class? A lot of them. Yeah. But those are the things, those are the ways that we're building community and connection to make us all happier. with the intention of spreading it out to the larger Las Vegas community, the nation, and the world. Yeah?
Amen.
Yeah, yeah. We have a convention coming up, and the convention is fairly expensive. But there's how many of us are going to convention? 6 of us. That's big for our size community. And it's a little bit expensive. I understand that. It costs more than bacon. But yeah, those are the things that we're offering that are here and available to you, and we'd love to have you be a part of. So please take advantage of those things. We think very carefully about what we're planning to offer. And it's not, we charge because part of it goes to home office and supports Centers for Spiritual Living, who's also in the same financial situation as we are. And so that all goes to support who we are personally and as an organization. So please make sure that you're making use of those things. Okay, my question to you is, where are you in all of this? What steps are you willing to make this week or today even to be happier? What steps? What steps? And how can I support you in that? How can the Ministry of Prayer team support you? I think first, you need clarity around what it is you want. And so it might be just sitting down and talking to a practitioner. And there's several of us that are always ready, willing, and able to do that. So please make use of us, because we can't create a world that works for all if it doesn't at first work for you. And that's our intention. That's what that's what we want to do. That's what we've always wanted. And that's how we're going to keep going.
Amen.
Love more in 2024. I love you. I support you no matter where you are. Always. And so it is.
Love more in 2024. Love. Reverend Stacy, you're so great. She is so right. You guys are the most beautiful, supportive family I could have ever hoped for. And I know that I have a great time every Sunday. I don't know how you guys feel coming in here. I think you feel good. It looks like when you're singing with me, you feel good. So it helps to have that positive mental equivalent, like you said. So I think we're all going to do well. We are all going to do well, monetarily and other ways. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, hey! Woo! Ooh, yeah! Woo! Yeah! Oh, yeah! Sure! Woo! Come on! And I just can't wait till the day when you know.
phrase, feeling good.
That's right.
I'd like to ask the ushers to please come forward. They would also like me to tell you that please allow the baskets to go to the end of the rows, aisles, whichever. If you please take your gift in your hand and say with us the affirmation on the screen. From the love of pure spirit within me, I bless this gift. I send it forth to heal and bless and prosper. It is evidence of my faith and belief. It does good work in the world, and it returns to me multiplied abundantly. And I just want to say that I'm grateful for each and every gift and each and every tithe, knowing that it returns to the giver. And it supports the center, and it supports its members, it supports the community, and creates a world of what's wrong. And so it is.
And so it is. Oh, yeah. Woo! Come on now. I do believe I will receive. I just have to know, come on, and then declare it to be so with an open mind. That's all. In just a little bit of time. It's my highest good that it will be mine. Yes, it is. Anything I want, anything, it is mine. I do believe I will receive. I just have to know and then declare it to be so with an open mind. Yeah, and just a little bit of time serves my highest good. That it is mine. Anything I want, it is mine. Perfect health, it is mine. Joy and peace, it is mine. Oh, talking about love, 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 it is mine. If it serves my highest good, then it is mine.
All right. Our announcements for this week are that you can join Jamie Jetty tomorrow on Mondays right here for her Reflection Cafe at 10 a.m. Our Health and Wellness Fair is this Saturday. Invite your neighbors. Let everybody know they're going to have a free screening for children for orthodontic screening. And they're going to have all kind of free giveaways, heart stuff. Take one of these flyers and pass them around and let people know. 11 to 4 this Saturday, this coming Saturday. Okay, and also the next day, on Sunday, next Sunday, we're having a breakfast. We're having a special breakfast fundraiser here at the center at 8 a.m. And so you want to just bring only $10 for the breakfast. What? Bacon? Bacon? There might be bacon. I don't know. I hope there'll be some bacon.
No, there's no bacon.
No bacon.
Well, you know what? We'll see. Not at
It's not in the budget. BYOB, bring your
Own bacon. Okay. But we are looking for sponsors as well, so that might help that too. Sponsors to purchase and help feed those that are not able to afford it. So you can get the tickets from the Revs or from the bookstore. $10 for our breakfast. I'd like to ask Lauren Ballardini, practitioner, to come up and talk about her Thriving While Aging that's coming up.
Lauren, I missed you. Welcome back.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited about this, and it goes right along with what Reverend Stacy was saying about connection. So, for those who don't know me, I'm Lauren Ballardini, and besides being a practitioner here, I'm also in my last semester of getting my master's degree in social work. Thank you. So I have created a psychoeducation group called Thriving While Aging. And I would like to invite those of you that are age 60 and older to join this fun, interactive, and educational 8-week program. I will be introducing evidence-based practices that have shown to help people have greater sense of well-being, a greater feeling of connectedness, be motivated to take steps to live a healthier, fuller life, have improved relationships, and greater life satisfaction. So there'll be 2 groups to choose from. They both begin on Thursday, February 8th, They're going to run for 8 consecutive weeks. The in-person group will be here, haha. I just got that. We took an 8-week class and then we became practitioners and some chose to go on. You can choose to go on or stay with the 8 weeks. The in-person group is going to be here at the center from 10 to 11:30 a.m. There's also an online group on Zoom, and that will be from 3 to 4:30 p.m. The in-person group, I'm asking for a donation of $10 per week to just go straight to the center. I'm making no money on this. And the Zoom group is free. You will choose your group and stay with that group because that's part of the connection. I will be here after service at the happenings table to answer any more questions. They are limited to 10 people, so in the in-person group, I noticed it's starting to get some more names. So if you're thinking about it, the power of decision is yes, and sign up today. And I just wanted to end with this quote by Viktor Frankl that perhaps best sums up how I see this group. It is not how long one lives, but how one lives that determines the quality and meaningfulness of their life. I'll see you later.
Thank you, Lauren. How fabulous. Okay. Our practitioner, Gary Alaimo, is hosting a spiritual living circle on the 3rd Saturday of every month on Zoom from 1 until 3, and the cost is free. This group discusses the Science of Mind magazine articles, and when you sign up, you're going to receive 6 months free of our magazine subscription. So the next one will be the 3rd Saturday of this month. Don't forget, 1 to 3. And of course, the Power of Decision class that we've been talking about is going to be starting a week from Wednesday, and the cost is only $145 for this 8-week class, and or $75 if you're taking it again for a review student, either a high school student, or if you know anyone that needs a scholarship, please let us know, because we do have those available as well. And going to be studying the Power of Decision by Raymond Charles Barker, and it's an 8-week class. As I say, it's virtually from 4 until 6:30 on Wednesday evenings, and of course Reverend Cheryl is going to be facilitating that class. She's also facilitating a 40 Days to Total Prosperity beginning Ash Wednesday, on Valentine's Day, on February 14th, which is Ash Wednesday, virtually on Zoom from 7:30 until 8 for 40 days. And we're going to be using the book, The Abundance Book by John Randolph Price. It's just $7. You'll see that book back there. It's just a little teeny tiny little book, but it's jam-packed. And also the Magic of Tithing is $3 for that book if you choose to use that. That's not a requirement. So see the happenings table. There's a whole bunch of sign-up sheets out there. I know there must be 4 or 5 out there, so be sure you check out which one you want. The Healing Voice Book Club is meeting the last Wednesday of this month, which happens to be this Wednesday, the 20th. February. What did I say, January? Okay, I'm still good. So it's going to be the last week in February, not the last week in January. It's not this week. It's next month. The last Wednesday from 4 to 6, and reading American Sirens by Kevin Hazard. This is the incredible story of the black men who became America's first paramedics. And the QR code for signing up on that is also on the happenings table. Our Love Supply Pantry, we're still looking for food, so if you'd like to just stop when you're shopping and just get a few extra cans, that would be lovely. And if you know anyone that's food insecure, please let them know that we have food available here. And for prayer support, just send your prayer request to that box or to prayer support at prayer@lasvegascsl.org, or text 702-524-7096, or just talk to one of us. We'd love to talk to you. We'd love to say a prayer for you. And the bookstore is open today with lots of goodies, and the books in the blonde bookshelves are 60% off. And everybody, let's have a real happy week. Okay? All right.
Thank you, Katie. Let's have a great week. Do you mind if I just quickly say that I'm playing at the Tuscany Casino on Tuesday?
Yay.
My band and I would love the support, so please come out. Doesn't cost a thing.
What time?
7:30 to 11.
Right.
Tuscany Casino.
Oh, wow.
Free show.
Free show.
That's like,
Well, it's like an audition, so I
I would love people to support me.
oh, cool. Awesome. Thank you, Patty. I would like to ask the Ministry of Prayer team to please surround the room. And don't leave here with a heavy heart. They're here for you. They are here. They can pray with you. They can pray for you. Or you can leave a prayer request in the box. And take there are pins in there. You can take one of those pins and leave a prayer. So last week people got kind of freaked out because there were pins in there. They just say, trust God. Yes. So I'd like to, Franny. Hold on, Reverend Stacy has something to say.
I just want us all to keep Franny in prayer this week as she goes through her panels.
Yes.
This is her final step over to the other side. God bless you, Franny. She's going to do our closing prayer.
The dark side. So one last time, if each of us can just go within, allowing our eyes to close and just being still. What I know to be true is there's only one power, one perfect presence, one grand intelligence. I call this intelligence and this presence God. I unify with this presence, knowing that that is my spiritual truth. And so what I also know to be true is as each of us walk through these doors this morning, we came not only by divine appointment, but we came seeking, searching, and hoping for something new, something that lifted our hearts and our spirit. I found it, and I am so knowing that each of you are leaving with that same feeling that I am leaving these doors today. Today was a great day. We are so grateful knowing that each of our beautiful ministers are supporting every single person under this roof. We know that our ministry of prayer team is forever holding each person in prayer. And I know that each one of you are blessed in this experience. And so I simply let it go, I let it be. And together we all say, and so it is.
I think we wanted to show a video, didn't we? Want to show from last week?
Okay.
Awesome. Huh? It's getting there.
That one of me?
Yes, what video is it?
The one we showed last week at the end of the service. If not, it's okay. We can do it next week. You can come and talk to me at the back of the room, and I'll tell you what it's all about. But I also have tickets for the breakfast, so that we know how much food or how much bacon to buy, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Let's stand and sing our peace song.
Yes.
Yes, there is peace on earth, and now it begins with me. Yes, there is peace on earth, a peace that was meant to be. With God as our power, loved ones all are we. Now we walk with each other in perfect harmony. Yes, peace begins with me. Let this be the moment now. With every breath I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment with peace eternally. Yes, there is peace on earth, and now it begins with me.
Repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening to me right now.
Something wonderful is happening to me right now.
I know this in my mind.
I know this in my mind.
I feel it in my body.
I feel it in my body.
And so it is.
And so it is.
Have a great week, everyone.
All right, so we ask everyone to participate if you can, if you know of anybody, any organizations, any companies that do charitable contributions, please help us out.
Okay. Good.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, can take it away.
Hey, I love your
my ears and my little dusty sleeves are being jokeable, but there's some like serious stuff that I need support with. I have an insurance case with New York Life that is needing some guidance. Yes. I actually have an email too. Yeah, and I will put everything in the box. I didn't know about the box, so I think, but I had the other box. Multiple boxes, so delivered.
Happy Sunday at my favorite place in the world. It's my favorite day of the week. I'm on here on the screen because I am down there live streaming right now. And I just wanted to roll out something that we're calling our 24K for 2024 Giving Tree campaign. So we are doing a special fundraiser. This is something outside of your normal gifts and tithes. And we would love to see 100% participation towards our goal. Any dollar amount counts. We have some hearts when you make a donation towards this campaign. You can put your name on a heart. You can put it up on the tree yourself. We can do it for you if you want. You can put your name. You can put somebody else's name. You can do it in honor, in memory, whatever you want. You can do a positive word, whatever moves you. We are doing this because we have some camp fees that we want to get caught up on from 2023. We also have some additional needs that we want to fundraise for. Things like teen camp, which will be coming up again in the summer. We have things like sound equipment, microphones. We want to build this center and make it bigger and better than ever before this year. So if you could please participate, there are some hearts in the back of the room. You can do it privately if you prefer. Every penny counts. If you do a larger amount, say $250, $500 towards this, we have some really big hearts that you can if you want to write a story or something like that. Whatever you'd like to do, you can even write down how this center has changed you or made your life better. So we ask everyone to participate if you can. If you know of anybody, any organizations, any companies that do charitable contributions, please help us out and get the word out. We would love to see this goal met as soon as possible. So thank you again so much for being here today. We love the center. We love you here. It is one of my favorite places in the world, and we know we're going to get this done. And so it is.